Hello, this is Seamus in 7MYW. Two more radios that I received out of that wonderful grab bag picked up at Seapac and the Amateur Radio Convention in Oregon. And this time, I wanted to show a couple of radios that I was able to get in that bag. And these would be made by Icom. Sorry for the lighting, it's not the greatest lighting in here. The first one is the Icom 2SAT. And this radio is an amazing little radio for its time. It was awful small. It had an internal battery, and you could keep this cap off. There's a cap that goes on the bottom here. But you could use the internal battery, or you could also attach one of the longer batteries like this. And this particular model here is the R-1 communications receiver. I was really happy that this was in that particular bag. Actually, you could see just by right there that it's that's part of its frequency range, 900 megahertz. This radio has an uninterrupted coverage from 100 kilohertz all the way through the shortwave bands, all the way up to 1.4 gigahertz or 1.3 gigahertz, excuse me. So it's quite versatile in what it'll do. Has a pretty good receiver on it. Sometimes it's such a good receiver that it's prone to overload, and that is the one thing about this radio that if you're close to really powerful stations, you have to kind of do something different, attenuate it. It does have a built-in attenuator, but this will only do AM, FM, and wide FM. It will not do sideband. There apparently were some modifications one could do to get this to do sideband, but for its day, to be able to put a communications receiver in such a small package was quite amazing. And as you can see here, I'll see if I can type in a frequency here. And let's see, no, can't seem to see it too well right now. Let's see if I can get a little bit closer. 1.00, enter. Now that's 155 megahertz, so this is where I wanted to go. I wanted to go to 15 megahertz, but see if I can program it. 15 there we go. So there's 15 megahertz. Let's see if I can. It also has a clock on it too, by the way, which is kind of a nice option. There's the, now, as you can hear, there's not much on there. See if I can change the mode. Yeah, let's see here. As you can tell, it's not exactly a radio that I've played around a lot with. There we go. So, and you can't hear WWV. I just don't have a good antenna on this. It's just a VHF, UHF antenna. But it gives you a good idea as to what this radio will do. The radio itself just came with only the AA battery pack, and of course the internal battery pack. So I'm going to find myself a couple of battery packs for these. I know that there are some aftermarket batteries, like from Batteries America, that still produce the BP series. So I hope to get one or two of those to get these radios up and running a little bit more often. So those are two more. Oh, and I also have actually the owner's manual for the instruction manual for the R1, which is really wonderful. Nowadays, of course, most of our HTs have the frequency range of this. They'll receive everything, but for its day, which I believe these came out in 1989. I could be wrong on that. So, a couple more. Now, there's a couple more radios I'll showcase a little bit later that came in that package, but I thought that these were kind of some gems in there, along with the Woshan UV, the KG UV6X, which I have in the previous video before this. So, go back and check out that video and tell me what you think about that. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it if you could do a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications for later when another video comes up. But I do enjoy these radios and look forward to doing more with some of the other gear. 73s from Seamus and 7MYW.